shame. Sex creed, life I lead, moonlight speed, follow my lead. Her beat, all this G Fonchi on me, got me taking your view. So naturally, she got no these OPPs, SAINTD. He said, I won't make you, we'll see. Watch the lights made in 3D. All the lights, I got a bad Fergie. All in white inside black IP. Look at my life, they wanna be like me. Got a degree, we made rap, paid me, we oversee. SUV, my jewelry, keep it pretty YT on E.
Kid, how you doing, sir? I'm glad to see that you're here.
Good.
You're always the first. I will say that about you. Your punctuality is aces over here on Ramble Young Man Ramble. Just so you know.
I can't wait to get here.
Yes.
I can't wait to get here. I heard this guest and everything.
Yeah, they don't even know that you're coming. I kept that as a surprise. I like to call you my wild card, if you understand what I'm saying.
All right. Okay, the G&D. Let's do it.
I can't wait to really have this show because the last show that I had was a barn burner. And Danielle is here. Yes. Danielle is here.
Hello. It is Danielle. We have Krissy and we have Shan.
Okay, Danielle, Krissy, and Shan. I wanted it to be a surprise, so I didn't say nothing. I have one of my hosts from Jab Jab Hook. We call him Hooker Hankerson. And I told them that I had several young ladies coming and they was raring. They was ready to spit some fire. They was ready to vent. And I told Hooker, I said, listen, man, I don't know if I'm safe by myself. I need someone to at least accompany me. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Still need a chaperone.
Yes. And thus, we have Hooker Hankerson, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello ladies.
Nice
How are
to
you?
meet you. We're doing
Hi.
good.
Awesome, thank you.
Nice. Now I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard so much. I heard about the last show. I haven't had a chance to repeat, but I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, what did you hear about the last show? Enlighten me. Was it anything good?
I just heard it was spicy. I don't know what, and I should join this cast. So how can I say no?
It was spicy, and I think what they wanted to touch base on was spicier things.
And that's why I said, let me bring elder statesman, because he's more mature, more refined than my brute friend sometimes, but I love him. My cousin Jab and Jew. But,
I can only imagine what that was like. I can only imagine. I haven't heard the cast yet, but I'm looking forward to listening to it. So you're saying we're going from Frank's Red Hot to Ghost Peppers right now? Is that what you ladies are saying?
Yes, it is.
Oh Lord! All right, I got my bib. Let's go.
So I'm gonna give y'all the floor. Here on Ramble, Young Man Ramble, it's the place where people to vent. I wanted y'all to come here and add your contribution to this great earth. Go for it.
Nice, lay it on me.
Come on, ladies, this start.
Come on, yeah. You guys had a pre-meeting, obviously.
Yeah, I can tell they had a nice Phil Jackson team meeting going on. See, Kia? So I was not wrong to bring reinforcements. That's all I'm saying.
No. I got a question, if I may. So I am going to just assume that amongst us on this podcast, I am the more mature, just by years on the earth, not by like maturity. I'm sure I'm not. But I want to ask a question. I'm a New Yorker who lives in Seattle right now. For 100 reasons that this has been tough, but dating particularly. But the question I want to ask: people versus social media. And my question is this: I don't do a whole lot of social media dating. I tried this Tinder nonsense before. I came to the conclusion that I just think it's stupid to represent myself through a profile and some pic that I filtered up to make my. I'm good looking. Let's get this straight. But this is not the point. The point that I'm making is like, I meet these people after you've done all the Tinder nonsense, the swiping of this, the tell a story that, oh, I like your pic. I don't know how to talk social media. Ladies, is it a no-go if you're not meeting men through this platform? Is it old-fashioned to meet the dude with charm and like, hey, how you doing? My name is, and just being that dude? Is that a relic? I mean, what's the rule now?
I think it's different. See, like in my situation, because my life is so hectic, I don't get to go out and mingle and meet people like I would want to, because like me and Indeed had this conversation before about, social media and, there really not being any substance anymore. I mean, you can create a profile, you can make people think what you want to think, but it's not how it used to be where you have conversation and really get to know the person, because you don't really, so much catfishing, everything. There's so much going on nowadays. So I like the old fashioned way, but unfortunately, I do surf social media because, half the time I'm online, I work, I go to school. So, I don't get to go out and meet guys like you or,
Okay.
So it's hard.
Right.
Honestly, with me, I prefer the old-fashioned way too. I've actually tried. I signed up for a site. I signed up for a site a couple years ago, and one day on it and seeing the creeps and the pervs and the people that were on there completely turned me off. I cannot meet people online, and it's horrible. Like you have, they'll send you there'll be a picture on their profile. And then they'll request a video talk, like they want to video call you, and it's literally a whole different person. Like,
Wow.
a whole different person. So me personally, I'm not doing it. I can't.
And don't get me wrong, like I surf social media and stuff like that, but I don't meet these people.
Right.
I want to see your face. I want to see you in person.
Like even that story about the girl that got killed in Queens, matter of fact, that she met that guy off Tinder.
I think he was a serial killer. He killed like 3 other people.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I just read that story. That's crazy.
It really, then it hits home. Like I'll talk to people, but as far as meeting up with them and stuff like that,
I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to anything. If I'm not meeting.
First of all, like if I'm dating somebody too, I need like someone who knows you.
Exactly.
Someone who knows of you, knows something about you.
Right.
You need a reference.
Right.
Yeah, I need a couple references. That's stranger. That whole internet thing. Like,
goddamn,
stranger danger.
this
Stranger
really is a
danger.
job.
Forget it. Stranger danger.
That's what it's gonna turn
Yeah.
into. You're gonna have to start putting applications, doing background checks, stuff like that, because too much shit be going on.
I think these social media dating platforms, they offer, in my opinion, they offer a woman a leverage, an unfair advantage and leverage that didn't happen when you met face to face. If I met one of you lovely ladies face to face, the bar, wherever it may be, it's like on your mark and set, go. I'm meeting you, like how you doing? Your response is my opening, right? Like, and how you respond to how you doing is going to kind of gear my next move, your next move, if there's a move at all.
Correct.
When you swiping left and swiping right, I'll give you an example. It's happened to me. I get on this damn Tinder and I'm doing the swiping, right? So I hadn't been picked yet. And then like the second day I did it, ding, like I swiped and I was like, oh shit, this is how this works. So now I know she swiped to me. Well, now I reach out to this woman, right? A little bit of dialogue back and forth. She was kind of a doofus. All right, we move on. I realized that like, it'll emotionally tear you up if you don't have a good constitution. Okay, I see this girl. I really want to meet her. I'm a swipe. And then you waiting like 7 seconds, waiting. I didn't get no ding. Like, I just think that there's a power that a woman has doing this that, like, I think it's unfair. Like, kind of one of the things that made me just say,
when did you think that they just started getting this power?
But you had to exact that power in front of me. In other words, when I met you wherever I met you, again, hey, how you doing? My name's, I'm Kia. What's your name? Now, the way she tells me, hi, I'm Krissy, I'm Danii, or I'm Shannon, that's gonna make me go like, she's not feeling me, or
I think it's just semantics. I think it's either you get disappointed face to face, or you get disappointed without a ding. Analog,
digital.
Digital. I mean, it's
right, but
pick
so
your flavor.
maybe my complaint really is I just don't like it. Dude.
I agree with Hank.
At all.
I actually
like
agree a lot with Hank. I would rather be disappointed face to face than to sit down online waiting for
Yes.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Pictures don't tell you a story about people.
At
And
all.
you're right, because you could be getting disappointed by somebody who's ugly as all hell. Who don't even look like the picture.
Right. Exactly. And this happened to me. I swiped not knowing, and we had like a small dialogue, and then she got real brand new. Now I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman even when they don't deserve it. And I'm like, I'm doing everything in my power to not say, are you serious? But it was just so frustrating that like I'm getting this attitude from this chick who was like Beyonce's butler. You're not Beyonce. Like, you know what I mean? Like you know. And now maybe it was my ego, and Dee will tell you I carry one.
I would say ego for 300, Alex. Thank you very much.
But I mean, so I just don't feel like there are people out there that really deserve this kind of empowerment, and I really do. I think it makes lesser attractive females feel empowered.
But you know what? That's also a platform that social media gives people. You know, because like I said, you can build yourself up however you want to make people think about you on social media without even having to speak to them or them know your story or anything behind you.
And that's what we were talking about before, like social media and Cash App. What me and Danielle was saying in, I think, episode 2 or 3, how that has taken away personality.
Yeah.
Show a twerk video on your Cash App, floss bikini, make it a good, you know. I'm saying, and then what personality do you really need? If somebody is willing to pay you without ever meeting you, without ever having any social interaction, you're just gonna be like, you know what? You're not even on my level, because you're gonna feel like you don't need anybody. You know, I don't need you because I can get money from someone who's never met me, but doesn't even care what attitude I have, doesn't even care that I can't cook, doesn't even care that my sex is whack, don't even care that I got the worst hygiene ever. It don't matter. They're still sending freaking $12 a month to subscribe to my Cash App. So what are you telling me? What are you going to tell me? You're not even paying me.
And you know what's funny? They have so many more platforms now besides just Cash App to make money, and these people don't even have to do nothing.
Some of the celebrity dudes is like, oh, really? Put up his OnlyFans. A couple of dudes are starting to show some nipple for that family fans too.
Yeah, come on,
it's insane, man.
Ladies, I want to ask you got the question. This will help me here. If any of you ladies who have successfully met, had a couple of dates, no matter what the platform, give me your best and worst experience thus far using them.
I have once. I met a dude on Facebook. So this nice, handsome-looking young man just popped up on Facebook, added me. I'm like, okay, kind of cute. And we had a few mutual friends that added him back. Went through his pictures. He has on a nice suit, looks official. Awesome. So we get to text and exchange numbers. He said, hey, I'd like to take you out, whatever. I'm like, sure. So I left work one night. He's like, okay, meet me somewhere. I met him at the place. And I'm looking at him and looking at the picture on my phone, and I'm like, okay.
That ain't you.
It sounds like pretty good catfish a lot.
So that was his uncle.
Okay, he was the right person, but he looked nothing like the picture.
Right.
He was chubbier. He looked so sloppy, and it was like,
wow.
Maybe it was the right bloodline. They was from the same family. He was close.
I literally texted him and told him I can't find the place, and something happened to my vehicle, and someone came and told me, so I can't make it. Like,
Wow.
all of that.
Wow. So you made up a whole bunch of bullshit? That's good.
He has reached out a million times after that, asking why I keep putting off meetups with him.
Damn, why don't you just now say, okay, next time he reaches out, here's what you say. Honestly, free yourself of this shit. This is when you go, bruh, nigga, I was there. Wasn't you that sloppy nigga that was looking left and right for the first
I
spot?
have to disagree with you. You want to know why? Because
Why?
people get in their feelings so much, and you don't know this person from a hole in the wall. So if he becomes a stalker, she's going to have a problem. So I'd rather be like, you know what? I'm in a relationship. I'm
You're right.
sorry. You know, I can't meet up with you. Wouldn't be right. I would leave it on something like that. But once you mess with a man's ego or their feelings, a switch goes off and they become a whole different person.
Here's what's deep. Just when I thought like guys could be maybe a little bit colder, then comes Shanice's story. I tell you. Right? Like, something like that happened to me before. I was linking up with a girl I met. I believe it might have been even MySpace.
Oh, he said MySpace.
Wow, we're going back to MySpace?
Yeah, it was. This is how long ago. Yeah, it's how long ago. And we meet up on the app. And I'm not gonna lie, I seen her. She was waiting in front of like Wendy's. And I seen her, and I was like, wait a minute. That's not the same girl. I'm like, it's her. But she looks a little bit, you know, a little bit washed, shall we say. A little bit. She was in the rinse a little bit longer than the picture showed.
Oh, man.
And I went around the block. I thought to myself, I'm out of this 2-horse town. I am gone.
Wow.
And I said, no, indeed. I said, no, indeed. She took a while to get here. She said she had to, from school to get there on the bus and the train. So I picked her up and drove around, got to know each other a little more, did not go further. But because she wasted her time, I made my word bond.
It is not.
I went around the block because I did have Shanice's mindset at first. I was like, I'm out of here. Oh, God. Yeah, man, this is before Catfish too, boy. This is some other shit. I don't even know what they called this shit.
Yours was called Guppy.
Drink one with your boy. Though it's been a little while, yes, we had a little fun. I'm back. Most days I'm depressed, but today I'm feeling blessed. Got wealth, got health, yeah, I'm feeling myself. Couldn't ask for anything else. I'm using the gift. Give me money, give me honey, let me light my split. Inside the club, ain't no riff, I'm just trying to get high. Stress piling on, I'm just trying to get by. I know the I.U.A ain't flying, my gear's outdated. Indeed, and divine saying.
And Seattle is dope too.
But I was told it's very gloomy in Seattle.
No, it's not. Okay, here's the thing about
You know what, Shanice? He's going to tell you because he's been living there. I'm going to tell you from a visitor's perspective. First off, trees are legal down there. So let's just throw that out. Let's just throw the elephant out the room right away, okay? You feel like you're in the ghetto and there's churches and liquor stores all over the place. But instead of churches and liquor stores, it's dispensaries. That's what it is. So let's start great, right? And then the food is delicious too. Very fresh because they're like near the water and stuff like that. So the fish is very, very, very fresh. Well, it rains every single day.
Let me stop him right there.
And
Let me stop him right there. First of all, it rains twice as much in Florida than it does here. It doesn't rain as much as it'll miss. But here's what I will say. Here's the trade-off to that. Summers here is like living in an HD TV. This is the brightest, most vibrant colored place I've ever seen on earth. The food is amazing. The music scene here is ill. The live music and the like is really, really good.
I went there for like 4 to 5 days and it rained every single day. I've had some of the best trees I've had in my life ever down there. It's crazy because you could be in the equivalent of Fifth Avenue, equivalent of 42nd Street, and people are walking by you with the loudest bit of freaking trees you've ever smelled in your life. Like it's
I'll
nothing.
tell you a funny story.
Like it's cigarettes.
Sounds amazing.
But here's another thing. There's no flat ground.
Does not.
From what I've seen. Me going to where it was at in Seattle, I got car sick just driving from, let's say, Queens to Brooklyn, the equivalent of that. Just because it was like hills up and down.
That's
like I was on a damn roller
I
coaster.
like hills.
But there's a lot of those bike BMX dudes out there. So I like that.
Oh, there's tons of them. If you like, look, if you're a hiker, if you like bikes, if you like freaking tents and shit, it's Mecca. Indeed, learn that you can walk down the block, any block, and smoke weed. Indeed, his big brother Les, shout out to Les, they come to visit me. Yes, it's gloomy. They stay right downtown Seattle. Like they couldn't have stayed in a more centrally located hotel. Awesome. As soon as I link up with my brothers, of course, Indeed wants me to take him to see this legal weed, right? I take him to his place. Indeed walks in, and Disneyland came into his view. Indeed stared. right?
I'm not gonna lie. A little twinge went through my body. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay? Like I came through the door and a young lady came through with a notepad like she was Alice in the diner. Like, excuse me, sir, what would you like this year? I know what's in season.
That's exactly what happens.
I'm like, what?
You don't just see weed. Like, there's a little index card under it that tells you what the percentage of the weed. There's like a little description. Indeed is reading this. He doesn't know what to do with himself. And and the guy, and it was a guy.
And mind you, he gets up. Let him know that he gets upset at me because I'm taking my damn time. I've never been here before, so yeah, I want to rate every single joint, and I'm comparing. And I want to make sure I make the right decision. That's all.
He's walking to one side of the shelf to the other, like that's 27% or 34% over here. So for a guy,
yeah. I felt like I was at an auction. Who could be 47%? Oh, we have 48.6%. Okay, hold on. We got 56.7%.
And it wasn't a girl. It was a very effeminate dude. And I say to the guy, yo, he's like, yo. I say to the dude, yo, this guy's from New York. As New Yorkers, we arrogant. We think everything we got the best. I need you to show off for me. And he looked at me. He goes, really? And Dean starts picking weed. He starts writing it down. He gives Indeed a prescription damn near into the counter. So Indeed buys his weed. We're leaving the store and I go, Indeed, whatever you do, don't put that shit in your sock. Indeed's like, okay. But
bullshit.
So we walk out the store. God. He got a sock full of weed. He got about $200 worth of weed in his sock. It looks like he's being monitored, right? He's got this big ass thing in the sock. We walk out the store. As we get out the store, this white couple is burning trees, smoking, right, like walking past. They wasn't in the store. They were just walking from someplace else, smoking. Indeed looks at them and goes, oh, shit. I'm like, yeah. Yo.
Now you gotta understand, like, we got a hotel, like, basically right on Fifth Avenue, basically. So this is ill stores here. This is before COVID. So the streets is with action. And we walking by in front of a luxurious restaurant, and they in front of it with a big ass blunt out of their mouth, smoking and passing it to each other. As soon as I seen that, I said to myself, "Oh shit, he is right."
You done found out he got a green light, and D will not stop smoking. At one point, I thought I was gonna have to hide from him. Like, yo, nigga, you are going out of your mind.
He doesn't get it. Now that we're here now, so I'm like, I gotta compare dispensaries. I gotta make sure see who has the best dispensary. There's like 60 of them. Matter of fact, you ever heard of, like, you know, when it's Black Friday and you get like 60 emails of, yo, shop at Ralph Lauren, shop at Commerce, shop at wherever. They forcing you to smoke weed out there. It's 6 of them per block.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to be on where it's at. That's what I want to be on.
No doubt.
You gotta make me one promise. If you come here, ladies, you don't go telling your friends about it. It's a well-kept secret. Like, you don't, like, look.
But how am I not supposed to share that? I'm going to want to share that with the world.
Exactly.
Yeah, just do pictures. Don't go tell them this shit. Trust me. Look, in this town, I wouldn't trade my white folks for your white folks in your city no day of the week. It's just
I would agree with that. They were very friendly. They were very, like, Seattle was dope. I wouldn't mind going back at all. I tell them that all the time. I want to see that festival you tell me that people ride around on bicycles butt naked throughout the whole city.
Yes.
What festival is that
It's called the Solstice Parade, and it happens right down the block from my house. So what happens is, when you have the summer solstice in Seattle, in my town, Fremont, there's this crazy bike ride where everybody, you can either bike, skate, whatever, but you're naked. Everybody's butt-ass naked, biking through the town. I don't know why they do it. I don't know how it started.
Have you ever done it?
That actually sounds fun.
No, nigga, I ain't never done no shit like that. But I have, because it's down the block from my house, I have enjoyed watching it. And
I'm sure.
Hey, and you know what's funny? There's no
I'm sure.
feeling. There's no perv feeling to it. Certain people just paint their crotch. Certain people paint everything but their crotch. Certain people just say,
I'm a perv, so I'd be looking and comparing.
Oh, no. They're filming. Are you kidding me? People are filming. They're looking for their mom who's in the crowd naked, cheering on their mom. Go, mommy! It is something else. It sounds just kind of like cute and crazy and like fun, right? Like, and it is. Until you're standing there with this whole group of folks in this festival setting, and then you see all these people naked. And then here's the thing. They're regular folks. So they finish, let's say they're tired of rollerblading naked in the parade. They're going to just rollerblade out the parade and come stand next to you, butt-ass naked, and drink water. You know what that's like to see, like, this dude just rolls up next to you, butt-neck, balls out. He's like, hey,
I would have been checking out his package.
Wow. Ken, you're so full of it because you're the same guy who says, you know how that feels? But then you've been to the parade several times. So what is that like? Do you like the parade or don't you?
The parade of Brookville. You got to go see what's going on. This is literally a 1 block from my home.
Yeah, we're looking at the pictures online. I see what you're talking about.
Wow.
Why are you trying to zoom in on his package?
Ladies, how about this? I have a question for y'all. What I've noticed is everybody has their fetish. What is the craziest fetish y'all ever been associated with?
I think for me it was the feet fetish thing. Like a lot of guys like feet and like they talk a lot of shit about put it in your mouth. I'm just looking at them like
Well, me, I've actually, when a guy touches your toe, everything in me kind of is the
you like that?
It tickles, but it feels.
It don't do nothing for me. It makes me. I walk on my feet on the floor.
Right, thank you, Danielle. Thank you.
But after a shower, damn.
Are they pedicured? I don't want no nails chipping off or anything.
Right, exactly. Okay, so on the guy side of the table, the only motherfucker here who likes feet is Indeed.
Let me say something too, since you gave me the introduction, and thank you, he's 100% correct. I think if you deal with a man who does like feet, then maybe she would wear slippers now instead of walking barefoot.
Well,
because he knows that he might do something to your feet.
I mean,
yeah.
I guess.
My house is clean, so.
But if I know you like it and I'm dealing with him in that way, I'll make certain exceptions, but it's not something that turns me on. It's not something that's a fetish to me.
Okay, if somebody you like you make some adjustments, like you won't be into it, but you might, be willing to appease him some way, right? Appeasement. Okay, and that appeasement. That means that you're sucking toes or allowing yours to be sucked.
Oh, no, I'm allowing it. I ain't putting
This dude was like, can I spit in your mouth? And I'm looking at him like he's on top of me. And I'm looking at him like, wait, ask me.
I would have been like, get off.
Let me just speak up for the guy. Did you say no?
Somebody has been watching way too much porn. Like, I think he picked that up somewhere on Pornhub. He was like, he's spitting her mouth. I'm fucking.
You know what? I watch a lot of porn, and I'm not into half of that shit, okay?
I can't put together the sexy mental makeup of it. I can see me, like, are we doing it? Hot and heavy, soaking. I can't think of any place in the sexual performance going, you know what's really gonna get me there? Turn around. And just like, I just don't see how hawk spitting at someone, mouth, face. I just don't see how I'm gonna step back and go, God damn, that was sexy. I just don't see that happening.
Well, I actually think there's an art to that, but that's a disclaimer.
Indeed.
Anyway, I've done it before. Yeah, and she liked it. She ended up not. She didn't like it at first, but then afterwards she was asking for it. It's not about a grooming thing. It's about it depends how well you're doing it to her. It's like sometimes you reach that climax where you can do a lot of different things.
Why would you want to do that to someone though?
Right. I just can't. I can't see where you get that.
Me personally, I want to be in all her holes, every single damn thing. Let me spit in your ear or something. I want to kill him.
Are you one? Do you place fingers in the butt?
The same guy that wanted to spit in my mouth did that. But his finger, when I felt it, I'm like,
no.
What are you doing? Don't put me in there, no.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's a guy code thing, right? We have to put our finger in your ass. I'm sorry. It's probably guy code.
Oh, God.
Every night I wait for you. It's serious, yo. Real hard. You just gotta listen. Don't make the same mistake. She went in my pockets and found some digits in my wallet. Who is some bitch? Couldn't see this. My cousin wouldn't stop her from bugging. She ripping my possessions, asking questions. You fuck her, you love her, no mind. Just better forget her. Don't let her break up our cipher. She's some fling that never been. You mean her all the same in your game. Getting tired. Her feelings had expired. Still she wouldn't let me go. It was more than a sex. She could get wet from a dildo, but I struck up a glow that a hole wouldn't get. So she let it fly. I could see her new look in her